Hi everyone. In this segment, we are going to see the prose, The Portrait of a Lady. The story brings forth the bond between the author and his loving grandmother. Our author Kushwant Singh begins to narrate the appearance of his grandmother. His grandmother is an old woman. She has been with a wrinkled face for 20 years as far as he known her. People used to say about his grandmother that she is young and pretty once upon a time, and even she had a husband. His grandfather's portrait also hanged in his drawing room. In that picture, his grandfather wore a big turban and loose clothes. He looks as if he is 100 years old because of his white beard in his chest. He didn't look as if he will have wife and children, but as having lots of grandchildren only. His grandma used to tell him about childhood games and all that. It seems quite different to him because he feels like they are fables of prophets which grandma used to tell them. His grandmother was short and fat, she is slightly bent, her face is filled with wrinkles running everywhere. For 20 years, she was the same old woman. But he says that she was always beautiful. She'll be walking unsteadily by praying with her rosary. Her hair was in silver color, which is scattered on her face, and that is compared to winter landscape in the mountains. Our narrator and his grandmother were friends because his parents left him with grandma when they went to the city. She will wake him up every day early in the morning and send him to the school. Even while dressing him up, she will be murmuring her morning prayer, hoping that he will by heart it while listening to that. Anyway, he will listen to that because her voice is sweet, but he never learned it. Then she will take his slate, ink pad, red pen, and all them and tie them all together and hand it over to him. Then he will have the breakfast of stale chapati with butter and sugar. Then, while going to school, she will carry some chapatis for the village dogs. His grandmother will drop him to school every day because the school was attached with the temple. When the children sat on the veranda, the priest will teach them alphabets with morning prayer. In those times, grandma will be reading scriptures inside. So both of them will come back together. In that temple door, village dogs will meet them. They will follow to his home, fighting with each other for the chapatis the grandma threw at them. After that, his parents got settled in the city, so they called them to the city, so they went back to city. That was the turning point in their friendship. Though they were sharing the same room, she didn't accompany with him to the school. He used to go to an English school by bus. There was no dogs in the streets. She will be feeding the sparrows in the courtyard of her city house. When years passed by, he found lag in their relationship. For some time, she will get him ready for the school. When he returns home, she will ask about what happens at the school. He'll be telling about the law of gravity, Archimedes' principle, the world as being round, and all that. This made her unhappy. She was not able to help him with his lessons. She was disappointed that there was no teaching about God and scriptures. When he told about his music lessons, she was not happy with it. After that, rarely she talked to him. Once he went to the university for studies. The entire friendship was broken. She started to accept her loneliness. She never leave her spinning wheel to talk to anyone. She will be always reciting prayers while spinning the wheel. In the afternoon, she would feed the sparrows. When she breaks the bread into little crumbs, hundreds of birds will be surrounded with her. They will be sitting on her legs, shoulders, and head. That will be the happiest hour of the day for her. She will smile and shoo them away. Then he decided to go to abroad for studies for 5 years. He knows that would upset his grandmother. She went to drop him at the railway station but didn't talk anything or show any emotions. She was always with prayers. Silently, she kissed his forehead and bid farewell to him. He came back after 5 years. She was the same. Feeding her sparrows is the happiest time for her. On that day evening, when he came, a change came over her. She did not pray, she began to sing with her neighborhood women. They have to go behind her to avoid overstraining. That was the first time since he had known her that she did not pray. The very next morning, she was taken ill. It was a mild fever. The doctor told that it would go, but his grandmother was feeling very different. She told them that her end was near. She doesn't want to waste time by talking to them anymore. Though everybody protests, she ignored them. She lied peacefully on the bed and began to pray. Before they began to suspect, her lips stopped moving and the rosary fell from her fingers. Everybody comes to know that she was dead. They lift up her bed for doing the customs. She was covered with a red shroud. After mourning, the funeral began. When she was laid on that veranda, thousands of sparrows sat scattered on that floor. They were very silent. Everybody felt sorry for the birds. His mother gave some bread for them. As his grandmother used to do, she broke it into little crumbs and gave it to them. The sparrows took no notice of the bread. Once they carried away the grandmother's corpse, that birds also flew away quietly. Next morning, the sweepers swept that breadcrumbs into the dustbin. So this is what the love of that birds towards that grandmother and the relationship of our author with her grandmother. So I hope you have enjoyed this story.